Do you think it's messed up that I mess with my autistic coworker? I work for a commercial cleaning company. About 5 months ago I started working with an autistic man. He's 37. I'm 29 if that really matters. Anyways, a couple months ago we were cleaning a child welfare building. I saw a sparkling pink pair of baby shoes. I point to them and go, "Hey Bob, are those your shoes?" He chuckled and said, "You're teasing me, lol." Another time we were cleaning the DMV. He was mopping the lobby. I pointed to a counter and said, "You have to mop the top if the counter too." He laughed and said the same thing. "You're teasing me." Tonight we were cleaning the DMV. I was vacuuming the carpet. It was the last thing we had to do. So he was just kind of standing there watching me. I walk towards him with the vacuum. He moves out of the way. And I walk towards him again. I do it a couple more times. He catches on and laughs. So is it wrong that I mess with him like that? Maybe you can ask? Let me know if I'm being a dick and I'll stop. I hope you're confirming when he says you're teasing me. Something like, "Yeah, I like to joke with my friends." That's a clear signal and removes the possibility of him not being sure. Are including him in your humor or mocking him with your humor? Sounds fine, but if you're worried, just ask him if he is fine with it. If you behave like that with everyone else, I see no problem. If you're picking him out for that behavior, then, yes, it is a bit messed up. These just sound like normal silly little things you'd do with anyone. Sounds like nothing wrong to me. People with ASD get treated differently all the time. Most often for no reason. If he doesn't understand your type of teasing, then stop. But to me it seems like he does. So seems fine to me. TBH, he probably appreciates being treated like anyone else and not different. Sounds like he gets your humor. If he ever looks serious, just apologize and tell him you're joking. And don't want to make him uncomfortable. As an autistic person, as long as you clarify that you're joking or that you like to joke with friends, then it's probs fine. I would just say what the top comment says. "Are you okay with my jokes?" Really. I would think this good practice for anyone autistic or not. Ask you coworker, not Reddit. Autistic person here. I just want to say that I enjoy camaraderie and when people treat me like a normal person and make jokes. Even if I don't always get the jokes. Everyone is different though. And as long as you are genuinely just being friendly or doing it with no ill intent and are like that with other people usually, then I am sure it's perfectly fine. It is good to confirm with the individual though if you want to dispel any possible misconceptions. And make your friendly motive clear so they know you aren't targeting them in particular to bully. If that is what you may be worried about. People do laugh when nervous or uncomfortable, so laughing is not necessarily a sign he's fine with it. Someone else wrote that if he's being singled out, it's not okay. More to the point, what is the intent? Do they make fun of themselves too, or is the intent to make them feel bad? If truly sincerely harmless fun, he hopefully will pick up on that. If there's any other motive, then it's not okay and can be considered bullying and would be a real shame to overlook. He seems to understand you're being silly and that you're clowning around. You're not treating him like one. Of course, if he didn't understand that or if he felt harassed, then that would be bad. It can even be okay if the teasing is one-sided. As long as he likes it. I have a couple disabilities. Depression and anxiety. And if I became part of the workforce, I would be glad to have a nice person to work with. As someone who is autistic, I'd be happy I'm even being included in the friend group at all instead of being cast aside like I usually am. Honestly, I feel like if he knows it's all in good fun and not like malicious against him, then I think it's sweet. Do you fun with everyone like that? Make sure he knows you're always joking and not making fun of him. Say something like, I like to joke. Do you? If you don't like it, let me know, okay? Just never be mean to him, dude, or I'll hunt you down. Why does mine or Reddit's opinion matter? Ask him. IDK, ask your coworker. Next time you tease him, just be like, nah. You know I'm messing, but let me know if I'm being a jerk, I'll stop. I think the answer is subjective. But in my opinion, if it's a joke that you would play on somebody that wasn't autistic, then it's all the same. Some would say you're only doing it because he's autistic. Some would say if you didn't do it to him but you would to others, then you're excluding him for being autistic. Just depends, really. Well, is there a reason you're treating a 37-year-old like he's 9? Autistic here. As long as you don't keep doing it once he asks or states that you're teasing him. I hate people teasing me when I can't tell. Like, if I think someone is teasing me and I ask and they so know, all cheeky like, but like, I think they're joking but I genuinely don't know. And then I'm freaking out. And then they like me freaking out and it gets worse and they're a dick. Just make sure to check in. Just seems like coworkers goofing around to me unless you ask him if it bothers him, and it does. Northwest. Because you're treating him like a person, not like a person with XYZ. And trust me, he appreciates the camaraderie and the frankness. People probably always treat him differently. You make him feel special, but not different. Having worked with people with ASD for a long time, you sound like you are doing it right. Social cues are often difficult with ASD, and if your coworker can understand you are joking, then you are giving all the right social cues to let them know that. Honestly, it's probably appreciated and maybe even long-term helpful for him to get the social practice. Plus, if he is comfortable enough to have an exchange with you about it, then that says a lot about your own character. Keep being a good human, sir. As long as it's fun and mutual. I have a few buddies that have issues. When we used to go out drinking, they were brutal to me in front of the staff. I would give it right back. In the end, as long as it's all in fun and everyone can take a joke, it can be some great memories. I wonder if anyone has a thick enough skin these days. Not at all. That is all just good, innocent fun. You are not picking on him or being mean. Just playing. Maybe as him if he is okay with you playfully teasing him, just to make sure you are both on the same page. Sounds like you're just having fun. Just ask him if he has a problem with it or not. I laugh my hardest when my husband is making jokes on behalf of my autistic tendencies. It will depend on the person and the jokes. Similarly to a non-autistic person, you just have to ask them. It's not messed up, and given your coworker's reactions, he seems fine with it, but I will say I'm autistic, and the vacuum cleaner one specifically would have really bothered me, loudly crying. Sounds like you're making fun of him for being autistic. You sound like an asshole. I'm glad I don't know you. Not at all. You aren't insulting his intelligence in any way. You're not treating him different than co-workers in the sense that you engage and socialize with him. He laughs. I think you're actually the opposite of wrong. Sounds like they are in on the joke, and having a laugh should be good. I worked in group homes for years, and I would joke around with a lot of my guys like this. Definitely make sure he knows you're his friend and that you're playing around. Let him know if he doesn't like it, you'll stop. And don't overdo it. It's nice that you make him laugh. I'm sure he appreciates it. You're treating him like a normal person. Because that's what he is. He probably appreciates that. Just ask him how it makes him feel, and if it makes him uncomfortable, you'll stop. As long as both are in on the joke and it's fun for both, then no reason to worry. If he was getting upset, then yes. It would be a problem with anyone.